welcome to our first official Chats and Waffles. We've got Kerry with us today. Tell us a bit about yourself, Kerry.
Guys, thank you for having me on for your first Chats and Waffles. I'm so pleased to be here. Yes, so, oh my God, where do I start, girls?
What do you do?
What do I do? So basically, I'm a psychic medium. I've been doing this for over 20 years, but I actually come to the realisation of, and it is a gift. I do say to everyone, it is a beautiful gift that needs to be continuously nurtured and to constantly evolve. But I was very much aware of it at quite a young age. My nan was a medium as well. I went to my very first seance when I was 6.
6
years old. I know. It's very really quite the norm to me. Yeah. You know, and it wasn't until I really went to school that I felt a bit of an outsider, if I'm going to be honest. I felt like I never fitted in anywhere. And that went on for me throughout a lot of my childhood, even my teenage years, of feeling a bit of an outcast and never really fitting in until I actually went to my very first development circle. And I'll never forget the day. It was on Canvey Island.
How old were you?
Canvey Island. Yeah. I've been dabbling on and off for years. You know, I was 14 when I bought my first set of tarot cards, but I never really took it into, I don't want to call it serious mode or anything like that, but really stepping in to understand the gift. And I was in my early 20s and I went to my first spiritual development circle after going to spiritual churches religiously every week. And I'll never forget, I came out of there, sat in my car on Canvey Island, cried my eyes out. I sat and really cried. And it was for the first time, makes me sound like a right weirdo, okay, but it was the first time I actually felt I belonged somewhere.
Yeah, I get that.
And that feeling, it's just,
Home.
it really hits your soul. Having that experience, that deep experience in your soul there. I sat in development circle twice a week for 15 years.
Wow.
To go, I couldn't wait a whole week, so I joined another development circle.
So you was doing 2?
I was doing 2 circles a week, and I'd done it for 15 years. Wow. And I just couldn't get enough.
Well, now we know why she's so good.
Yeah.
She was proper dedicated.
But the first time Lindsay and I met was at Development Circle, weren't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then we had time apart and then we met each other again.
I think as well, it's like searching for yourself as well, more self-discovery.
Definitely, and that's something I really encourage because, you know, I've had quite a lot of life experiences of all array across the board of life. I think without having life experiences,
It gives you a reference, doesn't it?
absolutely, and it's through
The
my own
connection.
experiences that I've then, and even some of them have been so negative, learn to turn them around. So no matter how traumatic it is, there's always a master plan behind everything that happens in our lives. That's what I believe.
Well, you do find, don't you, that mediums, healers, they've all gone through such hardship and they get themselves out. And whilst doing that, they've got these tools and they just think, right, well, I've done this, so let me give these tools to someone else so that they can help themselves.
Most people that get on this path have always been told they're too sensitive,
too much,
too much, too emotional. And I think that is the superpower, because you sense things on a level that maybe the average person doesn't.
You have to have empathy. You cannot do this work without having a level of empathy. Because when you're doing, whether you're doing readings or public demonstrations, teachings, that empathy comes out in all of that aspect, whatever modality you're working in that given time and moment. It's that trueness and that rawness of the teacher, the psychic, of the media that really has to shine through.
Well, it's energy work, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Why do people come and see it? What would you say your role is?
Okay, as a medium, and it's really hard to label.
Yeah.
Because when you go into this, you think, oh yeah, you know, mediumship and that. But then you begin to establish and realise that spirituality isn't one aspect. It's like an umbrella, and this umbrella leads off to so many different things. So as a medium, people will come to me that are in a stage of either grieving or need comfort to know that their loved ones who And I call it home, by the way. I believe that we all go back home. Here is our learning ground. This is our school. Life is our school. We have this physical vessel to get us around at this school for our own soul to evolve. So when we transcend back home, people that are here are obviously beside themselves with grief. I've been through it myself, and it's really hard. So to actually have someone who doesn't know anything about you or anything like this, who can't Google you and give you Googleable information, you know, people come to you to really gain that insight, to know and feel the presence of their loved ones within the room with them when you deliver that reading.
The essence. You can read a list like, oh, this person is it's an old lady who's got a little pinny on that does cakes, but you want to feel your loved one.
That to me is what it should be about. It's not just me as a medium feeling that. I want my person, my client or person who's sitting in front of me that's come to me for mediumship reading, I want them to be able to feel the essence of their loved one in the room with us. Not just for me to feel, I want them to experience it as well. Because the thing is, everyone's got mediumistic values within them. It's a natural born gift. You know, we are spirit, each and every one of us in this incarnated life are a spirit, and we have our own soul. And when our loved ones depart from this world, because we've got a soul thread, the thread from our soul to their soul is still in existence. People are able to do this themselves, to have that wonderful communication with their own loved ones themselves. But it does take time and a bit of dedication. But I also do think, though, that not everyone can do it for other people. Okay? But everyone has this innate gift to be able to communicate still with their own loved ones, because it's formulated through the soul's thread to that person.
And that was proven on the retreat, wasn't it? It really understood the oneness, the butterflies flying through,
oh my word,
and the birds. It was just phenomenal, and especially after the breath work, when they're like, right, I'm connected, I'm part of this, and then taking them into the soul, and it was just like, whoa!
What you're saying as well is like, we've got a mind, body and soul. It's what you feel. You can think and think and think, but it's what you feel, and I think that's the element that you bring through in the reading. You can bring through their personality, even if they do a little dig in the arm, like you're bringing through the essence and character of that person.
That confirmation that there is life after death, and then there's hope, and then we can really open up to the signs. Every time I see a feather on the floor, I'm like, woo! I never get bored of it, because there's always them signs.
So many people as well don't always see the signs, because the thing is, we are in a life in this existence of where it's like rush, living in this, you know, busyness of life and financial stress and strain of life, that then people then miss them little tiny signs.
But there's no time for the now. It's like we're all on this clock of getting up, got to do my tea, got to go to work. And I love the guidance you give. So not only they're getting their loved one through, so much in that reading in itself. It's not just proving life after death, is it?
No,
it's like the support, the love, the connection, the oneness.
We are so much more than a human being, a human existence. Within each of every one of us is our own spirit, and within our spirit lies our soul. And that's something I'm really passionate about as well. So for me, it's not just mediumship or psychic work and things like this. My passion for the understanding of the soul is something I continuously thrive from. I will sit with my guides, and I'm still learning.
It was just constant, isn't it? The more we know, the more we don't know.
Learning.
And knowledge is power. You lose the element of self-doubt the older you get, don't you?
It's like taking the wisdom out of our hardships, and when you have these simple tools, it's mastery, right? So you're going through it, and you're like, right, okay, what's happening here? Because I know there's going to be a big shift after, because I need to change my direction, the timeline that I'm on. And then when we make them simple changes, which the tools that we teach, you're literally seeing people jump timelines, one that is more aligned to their higher self.
And I love that word you just used, mastery. Because that's why with the retreats is called spiritual mastery. Because it is about helping people to master their own energy, their own actions, their higher self, access their higher self, access their soul, using your breath work, using my programming of the soul and things like that.
You're saying that's why we called ourselves the conscious heart warriors, because a lot of it is we're not aware. That's the first step of all this, is becoming conscious of what you're thinking, what you say to yourself. You know, our cells are listening to every word we say about ourselves and others. Our mind doesn't know the difference, and our body doesn't know the difference when we're talking about ourselves or someone else. So all of them elements, it's all about coming back to love, isn't it? Like letting go of the fear, the self-doubt, really honing in on having integrity, being a decent human being, all of them things, becoming conscious and aware of the effect we have on the people around us and our environment.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I love though? The fact that the tools are so simple, and we watched it on the retreat. We were doing the ceremonies, opening up, they were doing their own soul retrieval, and the triggers were coming up and they were clearing it then and then. You could literally see them jumping timelines by just being honest. We've got to be honest with ourselves. It's like 100%. Looking in the mirror and seeing where we hold ourselves back and our role in things, because we're all playing a role, right? And it's when you really become conscious and look at yourself so deeply, then we can make the changes. Like we're working together, aren't we? Like we're going through our triggers and having that conscious communication, and as long as it's from the heart, you will never ever lose, ever.
You know, when you said about understanding trauma and the soul, people make it sound so complicated. The Akashic records.
And then it's too much. It's information overload, and
we're like the dummy's guide for spiritualism. It's so simple.
If you're in your heart,
it's so simple and it's so easy. And the thing is, you know, you don't have to have someone else to go, oh, well, you know, I'm the only one that can take you into your Akashic records and see your Akashic records. Absolutely not.
No.
You are the owner of your own Akasha, okay? You are the owner of your own soul. And that's where the Akashic records are held, is within your soul. And when you can show somebody how to do that themselves, you're actually empowering that person. We are here to empower people, not to disempower. That you need to come and see me, I'm like your guru. No, I'm not your guru.
You
are
your
That's
guru.
too much responsibility, thank you.
You are your own guru. Without
totally.
And I think that's what we bring on the retreat. People come along, you're coming, we're giving you your power back. All we're shining a light on is what we've learned, our experiences, and giving you that opportunity to really look at yourself, be honest with yourself. A lot of us are sat in victim mode, blaming everyone else in the world around us. The moment we decide to take our power back, that's when the magic happens.
It's the wisdom we're all learning from each other. We're on this retreat, but we're going on the retreat too. When we're going through the triggers and we're working out our stuff between us and the group, and everyone is helping each other. That is why it's so powerful to do that group work and understand the triggers, because they can be and that's just as important as the breath work and the work you do. It's just being together, because that's when it all comes up. People were clearing it in that week.
We are all in our own journeys, and the thing is, it's all about helping to support each other in each of our journeys and to share our knowledge and wisdom and to help others.
Every single one of us, right? What have we always wanted? To be heard, to be understood, and to be held in a safe, loving space. No judgments, where you can bring any part in and we will work through it with you.
I think that's what creates the closeness, right? Because on the first day we're going in deep, aren't we? And we're looking at them sides of ourselves that we're trying to push away. We don't want the world to see this, but actually where we are, we're like, right, you bring them in, and we'll give them a whole load of love. There's nothing to hide. And they were just stripped back to their true, authentic self.
The beauty of the retreat in India, stripped back from materialism. You are back to the rawness of nature. That is what I feel a lot of us have lost, that connection to nature, and really being grateful. For India this year, I'm actually going to be teaching the incarnation and the journey into the soul. It's held within a complete sacred space. You are nurtured and guided throughout the whole duration. Within our soul, we hold our past lives, our present life, and our future lives as well. What I'm actually going to be focusing on is working of the past lives and the trauma that we have encountered that we've actually brought into this life, into this incarnation. Because people don't realise that half of what's happening in their own lives isn't the real reality of now, it's from the past.
Like an
and they bring that in. And it's the blueprint that's embedded in the soul that we need to shift. Let's clear that old programming that doesn't serve us any purpose in this incarnation. You know, that was in a past incarnation, not this incarnation. But
this is my incarnation.
A lot of fears and phobias. Like people have these irrational fears, and like you're saying, they don't know why, and it's because of a past life.
And that's the thing. The reprogramming can happen like that, can't they? Like with what we do as well, the journey that we take them on, and just people understanding. And we can't do this work for them, right? We can give them the tools, and just to see people. Just from the beginning of the week, I mean, day one is pretty heavy, let's say, right? You know, it's heavy work, and then by the end of the week, we're on the beach with the silent disco. Everyone is just in absolute. It's beautiful. You're definitely up there in them heavenly realms for sure.
But I think
such a journey.
But hit the nail on the head. It is all about us returning to that place of. Remembering that we are all one and that we're not all separated. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of us, we go into these circles and like you said, we're looking to be rescued. I think that's why I love what we do, because we make everyone feel comfortable and no one feels that they're above or below anyone else. Like we said, we're all learning from each other, and I think that makes people feel safe, and that's when they have the big releases, because they feel safe to let go.
And we do keep it small. There's 3 of us. We're constantly reading into the energy. We're going off and doing one-to-one. So they really are getting that care and support. No one goes not seen.
Because of the depth that we go to on our retreat, we do it in such an intimate aspect because of the depth that we go into. And it's so important that everybody is supported and we're there for them. When we come back from India and things like this, we then are going to be doing the follow-up appointments of the gatherings, 3 gatherings afterwards. You know, everyone brings a little bit of lunch. It's like a share, but that is really important as well, is that continuation of support. So you don't just come on a retreat and then you're left to your own device.
It's all fun and games on the retreat. It's brilliant. Like you're on the beach, you know, you go shopping, then you come home, it's like zoom, and that is when the work starts, and that's when they can start using their tools.
But we do a little aftercare package which is sent out to each person with like things that they need to do. We did keep the group open if anyone wanted to reach out. There's stuff coming up, so everyone was supporting each other still afterwards.
And that's the beauty, because everyone had the tools then. Say that we weren't available, because we can't be available 24/7, it's impossible. You'd notice that the other people were supported. So it's about building a community, so we all do it together.
But we've given them everything, our knowledge and our wisdom, shared that with them, and then they've really took it on board and absorbed it, and then gone, okay,
I get it.
And
it's quick.
Absolutely. And that is that life-changing moment from all your old reprogramming. And when you see someone have that moment like that, it actually brings a tear to my eye, puts a lump in my throat, because I remember that. I remember that feeling.
We need to return back to here. It's like a journey from the head to the heart, isn't it? We've been brought up in programs. We all have been victim to it, where we're taught to think, not to feel. If anything, our emotions and that are gaslighting. This is a good emotion, this is a bad emotion, so we learn to be good girls, and if you're not doing that, then you're a bad girl. So we're very judgmental of ourselves.
Giving your energy here, there.
And we're not. The emotions are there to guide. They're a barometer, and we need to learn to work with them so that they're our superpower, not a curse. And that's what we teach. So if you are sensitive, come along, because we can teach you loads of tools.
I think it'd be good to put our link from last year in the comments, so you can look a little bit deeper into what we do. And we'd love to have you come and join us. It's a lot of fun.
We have only, can I just say though, girls, we have only got a few places left.
So get in quick.
Because The resort is a very intimate, beautiful.
Oh my
I
God,
like
it's
the
the
coconut
best
drinks.
one. We went up and down that whole beach and we picked the best one. I've got to say.
Yeah,
It's
well, we
wonderful.
manifested it.
Absolutely.
So we've got the tools.
Yep. And so we do only have limited amount of spaces now left. So if you are interested, you know, drop a link, as you say, in the messages there. Yeah. Just come and join us.
Yeah.
You know, it is a life-changing awakening.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll leave it there because otherwise we'll chew your ear off. We love you and do what makes your heart happy. Mwah.